Okay, so this is a quick video about Ripple because it's a really good example of the sideways correction that we are in so many of the bigger alts. And the key question is, as Bitcoin keeps squeezing new highs, are any of these other bigger alts that made the big move after the election going to follow through with a new swing higher? So far, pretty much all of them are stuck at big resistance levels. Ethereum has been, after a really big move, catch-up move, has been rejected again at 4,000. But I'm going to look at Ripple because it's a little bit better example of what is going on, I think. So if we look from the 2024 lows that we made in this chart in July, I think we made a very nice wave 1, wave 2, and then we had this lovely big move post-election. And here we are trading sideways. This is a weekly chart. And this candlestick here it's either a northern doji or a hanging man. They're very similar. Either way, it's not a directional candle, really. It just implies sideways volatility. I think it's bullish 51% of the time if you do the analysis in stocks. So it's not really a reversal candle. The better view of what's going on is if we look on the daily, because I'm always looking for 3-wave equal measured move corrections or measured move corrections. And if we measure from the high that we made on the 3rd of December in this one, from this high to low, this first swing, if I measure this, project it from here, you can see that we reversed from an equal measured move exactly at 191 and a lovely pullback to the daily 20 moving average. When you make an equal measured move like this, getting back above this 61.8 level confirms the reversal. So we've done that lovely correction. So the key question is this is this correction over, and is this a new upswing, or is it just a bigger 1, 2, 3 sideways correction? So far, this recovery rally has been really slow and choppy, hasn't it? Certainly hasn't been as big and volatile as the move lower was. When you make a ABC correction like this, the first target, the most likely level you first to get to, is the 786. So if you had bought this equal measured move correction, this 786 level would have been your first target, because when you make these equal measured moves and you get above that 61.8 level, that's where you normally retrace to. Now, one of the little fib rules I have is if you reverse at a 786 fib, then and you drop back underneath the 61.8, because remember, fib levels are a bit like a ladder. You climb up them, and each one, each time you climb above a step, it becomes support. I'm not drawing this very well, but here's the thing. So the key support now is at 252. If we close back underneath this, it kind of confirms this as a reversal, and we're likely to pull back to the bottom of this sideways range we're in. If you like, it kind of simulates a false breakout of this little range. If I go down to the 4-hour and I measure it as well, so if we're just doing a 3-wave correction here, what it looks like to me is we have done, here's our first wave, here's our 3 waves in the middle, and here's our second swing. So I would be more worried if this second swing was only 61.8 of the first swing, because then it would be just another measured move correction going the other way. So by that, I mean I measure from this low here, project it to here. Here's our ABC correction in the middle, and you can see that this was exactly a 61.8 of the first swing. So it's kind of looking like a bit of a Gartley kind of trend continuation move. So this is key support for this move higher in Ripple that we are coming back and testing at the moment at 252. If we get back underneath 252, 2.52, and it becomes resistance, we're likely to see a bigger pullback to the bottom of this sideways range that we are in, down to this 38.2, and potentially, if this is a bigger 1, 2, 3, if you like, we could, let's tidy up this chart a bit, we could then measure this first big swing lower, project it from here, and 2.1. Now, actually, so our first target would be here around these swing lows at 2.29, and then potentially 2.1 and maybe 1.7 if we lose that level. So that's the pretty bearish view. But here we are at this key support and this 61A. Let's go back to those fibs and say that, you know, this is only bearish. If we drop back underneath this level, we could easily find support here. And if we do, we come back, retest these highs. And if we continue above 2.69, I think we retest the highs. And there is a pretty good chance that if we go, obviously, new high, we're on the next swing higher. But because on the weekly, you know, we came so far, so fast, and moving averages are nowhere near kind of caught up, it wouldn't surprise me. This one, like, Ripple loves going sideways. It wouldn't surprise me if, unfortunately, we did a little bit more sideways before we got going again. So that's what I'm watching for in Ripple tonight. That's the levels I'm watching. And kind of this market kind of all goes the same way at the moment. So good luck. Let me know if there's anything